Okay, we'll continue now with our top 12 driver media availability here at Talladega. Kurt Busch joins us. He drives the number 2 Miller Lite Dodge for Penske Racing. And Kurt, certainly a lot of news generated over at your camp this week. I understand you have some things you'd like to comment about that. Go ahead.
Sure. Thank you, Kerry. Just wanted to start off by saying I'm pleased to announce that I've signed a multi-year extension with Penske Racing. For 5 years, I've enjoyed a great relationship with Roger Penske and the entire Penske Racing team. I've been fortunate enough to drive the number 2 Miller Lite Dodge and work with its world-class organization with Miller Coors and all of its distributors, race fans, and it's a first-class group. We've enjoyed many wins with the number 2 Miller Lite Dodge, and I intend to bring some more wins to our team through 2010 and generate a good summer stretch run towards the chase, and of course hopefully get into the chase and put a strong run towards this championship at year's end. I feel so lucky to be associated with an organization like the Penske Corporation, who had the opportunity to secure an alliance with a world-class company like Shell Oil Company. I look forward to the opportunities in 2011 and beyond by representing the Shell and Pennzoil brands and winning many races for them in the number 22 car. I'd like to finish off by saying that there were big shoes to fill when I first jumped in over at the number 2 car in Miller Lite, and I was just starting to feel comfortable in those shoes, and I'll now get to walk with those shoes on until the end of the year. And so we're going to give it our best effort to finish strong for our brand and for the group, because they're going to continue on and have their continued relationship with Penske Racing moving forward. I've always committed myself to being a team player and trying to do my best for any organization that I worked for. I think you can ask the old teammates I had at Roush Racing on how I was as a driver and as a team member there. You can look back at some of the things that I've done over at Penske Racing over the years with giving my points up to Sam Hornish Jr. to get him locked into the first 5 races of the season. And with this opportunity that now has come about, it's just changing of a hat and changing of a shirt, but yet more a big opportunity business-wise for Roger Penske and myself. And I feel like a teammate with Roger on making this deal come together. And so it's a unique business opportunity, a global alliance that Shell Pennzoil will have with Penske Motorsports, Penske Racing, Penske Automotive Group, Penske Truck Rental, you name it. Even the Dodge folks have a little bit of a hand with the Shell Pennzoil company. So it was really unique to have the opportunity that only came up just a few short weeks ago to say, yeah, I'm with you, Roger. Let's do this together. Let's make it happen. And the opportunity to merge ourselves with Shell Pennzoil is a unique opportunity that almost I couldn't pass up. So looking forward to 2011. I just wanted to create a statement to start off, hopefully answer a few questions, and then now we can jump into your guys' questions.
Okay, Kurt, thank you. Congratulations on the news and the contract extension. We'll start with questions. We'll go right over here to Jenna Fryer. Go ahead.
Jenna Fryer, Associated Press. Kurt, when was your contract up, and did you give any thought to moving to another team? Did you talk to anyone else, or were you completely satisfied with Penske and it was sort of an easy in and out for you?
Yeah, I knew I was committed to 2010, and then 2011's option was picked up by Roger. And so what that meant to me was a perfect opportunity to talk about what the future could bring, not just 2011, but 12, 13, 14, 15, and beyond. And we started just with a lighthearted sit-down at a dinner one night, almost like one of those napkin sketches on, hey, this is what I'd like to see, and this is what might happen. And then this opportunity came up just a few short weeks ago, and it changed the whole landscape that we ended up with. No, I didn't talk with any other teams. When I weighed my options personally with myself, with my wife Eva, and with my manager John C., we looked at other teams. We tried to find scenarios that would fit for us, but none of them were as powerful as creating the longevity with Penske again.
All right, we'll go Tom Jensen, Bob Pockris, Nate Ryan, Al, and then Chuck.
Hi, Kurt. Tom Jensen, SpeedTV.com. Congratulations on your contract extension and your new deal. Sponsors come and go in this sport, but it seems like the pairing of Miller Lite with first Rusty and you, there's a much more stronger linkage with the driver and the sponsor than there is in a lot of sponsor relationships. You very much become the face of the product. Being that involved with a sponsorship on Miller Lite, is there any hesitation walking away from that? Is it, does it get you in here that it's tough to step away from that? Or is it just you look at it and go, okay, business decision, new sponsor, time to move on?
Yeah, the more the game changes, the more it stays the same. This is a scenario to where I felt like the Miller family and all of their executives were good friends of mine, and we were in a partnership together. And you're right, you're the name and the image of the brand associated on the motorsports side of it, which was a great feeling to have. And those ties aren't cut. I'll still be with those guys. They'll still be associated at Penske, and I would say that was probably the toughest part of, hey, I've come 5 years. We've developed a great relationship, and our name goes really well together on the track and off the track, and all of the different cross promotions that we've done with baseball, football, basketball, you name it. That's my big thing that I'll lose a little bit of. But anytime I need to give them a call, there'll be opportunities for me to help them out on some other ends. But with the global alliance that Shell has and the notoriety that they are known for with their motorsports program, that speaks for itself, and that'll be an interesting step for me to learn and to be associated with them as we move forward. But in a nutshell, it was a tough decision to step away from something that I, because I'm such a loyal guy and I'm very committed to any program that I start. But in the end, being committed to Roger Penske is the ultimate balance.
Thank you.
Let's go Bob, Nate, and Al. Bob Pockris right here.
Bob Pockris, SingDaily.com. Did you have any choice in the number 22, and are you getting Pennzoil products for your drag racing car?
I threw a couple numbers out at Roger as far as ones I'd like to see, some of my favorites, something new and refreshing. The number 2 stays with Miller Lite. It's the Blue Deuce. That pairing, Miller Lite and the number 2, didn't want to infringe on. And the Miller folks were happy to hear that they would keep the number 2, and of course they were pushing for that pretty hard. And then the number 12 is in the Penske stable. The number 22 has been picked up, and that was from the old Bill Davis car. And it's a number that, to me, looks refreshing. It'll be exciting to have out on the track next year because it's still looking for its identity. It's won the Daytona 500 with Ward Burton and Bill Davis. Years ago, me and my dad were just looking at some of the numbers in history because my dad's a car guy. Fireball Roberts was a legendary car owner, and he was good in the late 50s and early 60s with the number 22 as being a car owner. And so it's exciting that there's a new number and a new look that will be generated over at Penske Racing. But then it's also exciting, too, that the Miller Lite number 2 car, the Blue Deuce, will be under our stable and in good hands as well with Brad.